Outdoors. Glad you could be here. Yeah, tonight's thing it's a discussion on uh, bug out bags, and while I feel that the ones that you normally hear about on YouTube are a little lacking in certain departments, and the reasoning behind them is a little exaggerated, I guess, um, because I am a firm believer in practicality over being practical is the most important thing. And while the extreme is always fantastical and exciting and all this other stuff, but the normal everyday kind of things that you would require you to need one of these kind of things is even more important than you think. So I'm going to say hi to Greg, hi to Groundhog. I thank you for both for coming. I don't know who else is going to be here yet. I'm showing 0 people in here right now. So it is me. I am here. And yeah, I'm going to be talking for the next thing. Hey, Daniel, how you doing, brother? Glad you could make it. Hey, Tiffany, saying hello to you as well. Um, tonight's I'm going to be discussing bug out bags, but they're not, I mean, I've touched on this a little bit on different lives, but this one here is going to be specifically about this particular topic. Um, bug out bags are not for the end of the world. That's going to be basically what it is. So it's for the everyday emergencies that will require us to exit our home in an emergency situation, whether it be flood, fire, tornado, some other reason to cause us to escape our home. Um, that we were required to grab a bag with all the important things in it. Um, the basic 5 C's, 10 C's, 15 C's that you always hear about survival, those are important. But there's some things that in our modern day and age that the average person who's not into this kind of thing should always have available. So, that being said, I would like the people in the chat. I know there's all 3 of you in there now. According to my little thing right here, I can see how many people's in here. What do you guys think is the most important thing in a bug out bag for today's day and age, for the average person? You guys put your thoughts in the chat. I'm curious. How you doing, Rob, brother? Love you that you're here. Thank you for coming. Bug out bags for now. Rob was very close to being in a situation where he might need one. Chuck Norris trading card does not count. Now, Chuck Norris himself would count, but not Chuck Norris trading card. He's got value, but not as full value as a full-blown Chuck Norris. Though I love the sentiment. Believe me, I do. I won't get through this, folks. I will guarantee you that. This is the first Pepsi I've had, and I don't know how long. I probably drink just a little bit, but about that much. It's just too sweet. Yeah, I can't handle it. But I forgot to make coffee, and I don't have any time. So, put down, besides Chuck Norris there, Rob, give me a good example of something in today's day and age. An honest answer, please, as best you can, of what you think must be in today's day and age you would need in your bug out bag. If you had to evacuate your home for some reason in an emergency situation, I'm not saying what it is, it could be any situation. Knowledge is wisdom. That's something you would plan on ahead of schedule, though you can bring books with those kind of things in it. I mean, I will give you an example. I have one right here. Well, this one here is my U.S. Army Survival Guide. Always a good choice, but not always necessary. But it is a good choice. Another one I like to bring is my Back to Basics book. Also a good choice, not always necessary. And some of them are not as common as you think. Okay. One of my things that I would definitely need to keep in my bug out bag, or something equivalent to what I need, is right here. Now, I'm not pointing at my head, I'm pointing at my eyes. These right here. My prescription for replacement glasses. Self-defense being on the list, I can understand that. But in a case of emergency situation, you want to have your prescription available in case if you wear glasses like I do. Now, can I see a little bit? Yeah. Could I drive? Yeah. Is it safe? No. But because I'm extremely nearsighted. And I also have a cataract in this eye. So either extra contacts, a copy of your prescription, always a good thing to have on hand. If you have contacts, that information as well. Now, giving that as a context clue, what else do you think you would need? And being for self-defense and that kind of thing is always high on the list. But today's day and age, not everybody thinks about learning those things. I can name my older sister for one, because she's the one that actually gave me the idea for this. Daniel, do you have any suggestions? I do. That's a good. Yep. Having your meds. That's a very good thing. Now, not just having your meds. Having your meds. You don't want to end up going into your bug out bag or whatever and find out that, oh no, I'm out. I keep at least a little over a week's worth supply in my bag at all times. Now, I would love to keep a full bottle of each medication that I need for my heart in there, and that's a 90-day supply. But I also have the copy of my prescriptions as well. That way I know which medications I could use, much of that medication I could use, that kind of thing. Now, whether it be 800 milligrams of ibuprofen, whether it be baby aspirin every day for my heart, all the other types of medications that I'm required to take every day to keep myself physically functioning. But that's I keep on finding alternatives for your medication is also a good thing. Now, for those, I'm not going to say do this, but I would say look into this next suggestion. There are some medications for pets that can be used for humans. Now, I am not suggesting you do this. I'm not telling you to do this. I am just asking you to just research it. Specifically, fish medication. Exactly. Now, I don't have one on me right now. I do need to have a penicillin allergy and nut allergy bracelet or ID somewhere along my body. The one thing I do carry with me is my copy of my dog tags, which have my blood type. But those are some things, but not all the things that you would need that are also important. Med tags, exactly. If you have a med card or your prescription card or anything like that left over from when you were being vaccinated, vaccination cards, these are what I call critical documents. Yes, it is a C, and critical documents can cover a wide variety of things, from your prescriptions, from your these to the actual heart medications or medications to I'm just going to show you the back of this one, but I'm not going to show you this one here. This is a copy of my birth certificate. You would also have your marriage licenses, your insurance cards, your anything and everything that is important to you document-wise. Have it either on a flash drive or in a waterproof container, whether it be a dry bag or something along those lines. Pretty much, Daniel, pretty much. I've seen people do that. There was a movie. I'm not sure how many of you have seen it. I'm using this as an example. It was called Soldier with Kurt Russell. They had their somewhere on their body, they had their blood type written on their body. They're tattooed on their body. Now, I would have to have nut and penicillin and mushrooms on me. But I think penicillin and mushrooms kind of go hand in hand in my book, my food allergies. But those are important. Birth certificates are important. Copies of your titles to your home, to your car, those are important. If you have dog tags, if you own anything even similar to those, I've got mine in my pants pocket, which I carry with me on a daily basis. It's part of my everyday carry. But having a metal water container to boil water and stuff like that, that's important. But those are standards. Everybody knows that. But well, I'm not sure I would do that because I have 0 tattoos. Okay, quick question. Do you have an extra EpiPen, Daniel? Well, I can see the benefits of it too. I mean, having your those allergies and your blood type somewhere listed somewhere is a good idea. Now, you can store your documentation on a hard, like a flash drive, a solid state hard drive, or something like that, in a Faraday bag. So that way you have those instant copies at all times. Good to know. Make sure it's up to date and not expired. Now, I could go heavy duty into the medical side of things because as a former Army medic, I would understand, it's easy for me to go down that rabbit hole and just go overboard. But I can't carry all that, to be honest. So I have to do the best I can. So starting with the important documentation, which includes your prescription for your meds, your driver's license, your social security card, your birth certificate. If you own a home, the a copy of the deed of your home, the papers for your title for your truck, and insurance. Now, I can't say that insurance is going to be a major thing in an emergency, But the emergencies that I am considering is not your end of the world scenarios. It's not bad price on those. Usually they're a lot more than that. Can you guys give me a good reason why you would have to evacuate your home right now, if you had to? I want to hear from anybody in the chat. I know there's 3 of us in here. I want to see what you guys have to say. And you guys, civil unrest, that would be on the extreme side, but yeah, that could happen. Think a little bit more closer to home, Rob. Let's see if I got any coffee left in here. No. Man, that sucks. I'm out of coffee. Well, I understand that, but I'm talking about closer to home than that. You went through a major disaster a while back. You remember, you told me all about it. You showed me pictures and everything. I even saw the videos. So you can tell me something that would possibly affect you and your home there, Rob. Now, his thing would not definitely affect you in where you're at there, Daniel. You and Tiff are a lot different climate. Well, that would technically be a part of it, though, because they would, want someplace to stay. It's not Rod, it's Rob, Daniel. ROBB. Like Robbie, but with just Rob. That's okay. If I didn't correct you, I'm sure he would have. Now, I'm on a little bit of an incline myself. And there's a hill literally going that way. And like we're near the top of a hill. But there is a creek down over this way. Give me a second. Let me make sure. Yeah, down over this way. But it slopes down and goes out that way. I'm going to give you some real prime examples. Though, while tornadoes are not a high probability in England, they can happen. I'm not sure about the probability in Arizona, because I'm more near the tornado belt where I'm at here in Iowa. I mean, I've actually seen funnel clouds last year on my way home. So I've been there. I've been through 3 or 4 of them. And I wasn't even close to being prepared as I am right now. Now, tornadoes is a big part of it. You could have a tornado come through and your house is going to get hit. You have time just to get out. So you grab your bag and go. That's one. Next one, since flooding is out for you there, Rob, and highly unlikely for Phoenix, but I have been in Phoenix where they do monsoons, and monsoons get deep, but they don't last very long. So I'm not sure exactly about that particular part. I do know that I lived 6 months in the Phoenix area, so I understand the weather a little bit. Yep, I kind of figured you might. I just didn't know. I knew it happened. But a tornado could take out your house there, Rob. And if you're in the basement or wherever you go to hunker down for something like that, you want your bug out bag, which is, I'm using it as, you could either be a bug out bag or a go bag for an emergency situation, an emergency pack, if you want to call it that. I can understand that there, Daniel. Now, earthquake would be another one. I mean, I was on a major fault line. So that is a probability. But I have my bag ready to go for most of the situations. The only thing I don't have is food. That's the one thing I don't have yet. I was supposed to have food, but I got scammed. And all I got was an empty box. And now I'm looking at the winter MRE, cold weather MREs, because they're more freeze-dried over dehydrated. But floods, earthquakes, tornadoes, fire is another good one. Lightning strikes can happen too, which would cause the fire. Civil unrest, that's a little bit on the stretchy side, but things can happen. Well, whoever just came in, thank you for coming. I'm not sure. I can see you lurking. I just don't know who you are, but thank you for coming. Now, having digital copies of your critical information would be the ideal. Now, you can get them on a solid state drive where they're more shock resistant. But it's just an idea, something you should consider. You'd also put books on there and whatever else. If you have a tablet or anything like that, you could keep this kind of information on, that you can keep in a Faraday bag or something like that. Taking pictures of all your stuff, digital copies as well as hard copies, would also be a good idea as well. Give me a second, folks. Oh, I took ibuprofen, but it hasn't kicked in yet. Okay, cool. Triple is better. One moment, I'll be right back. I'm gonna turn my mute. I'm gonna mute myself here real quick. I gotta get something. Sorry about that. One of the requirements of me being up and around here is putting a nice pack on my knee. Triple of everything would be a good idea. Now, well, welcome whoever else just came in. Thank you for coming. Discussing the critical items that you would need in your bug out bag that's not common to the average bug out bag you hear about on YouTube. Now, critical information such as your birth certificates, your blood type, allergies, driver's licenses, or anything other that you need critical information documentation for. Marriage certificates, birth certificates, social security cards, passports if you need them. Now, does anybody else have anything that they think they would benefit I would say the more modern version of a bug out bag? Well, thank you, Wells, who just came in. I really appreciate it. We're up to 7. Bug out bags, I've been given a standard end of the world scenario kind of wrap in my book. But last time I went and visited my sister, I was telling her what I was doing at the Watcher County Flea Market, and she goes, "What's a bug out bag?" And I had to put it in terms that she understood. And I had to break it down into a point where if you have to leave your home for some reason, you grab this bag and go. Currency is a very big one. Now, it doesn't necessarily mean credit cards or debit cards, because those may or may not be available. Hard currency like silver. If you have paper money, cash, awesome. I would not suggest keeping bonds or anything like that, traveler's checks or anything like that. I don't know how well those would go over. But if anybody else has better suggestions, in a waterproof bag, I've suggested that one, in a dry bag, or a Faraday bag as well, if you have them on digital copies. Now, another one that most people don't consider is family photos. Those things are morale boosters, and you need that, sense of home. If you have your pet with you, pet licenses as well, and the food and stuff you would need to maintain said pet, because there are too many stories about pets being let loose in wartime areas. I'm sure Daniel can attest to this, of seeing them, of pets running wild in war zones. So don't forget your family pet, folks. They're part of the family too. Now, having your critical information, such as, like I said, I will have my dog tags, which has my blood type on there. Having a copy of your shot records, if you have them. Digital copies will work. Hard copies are better. For current immunizations, that kind of thing. That's very cool there, Daniel. Does anybody have any other suggestions that would be a pertinent thing to be looking out for? Because yes, you're going to have your container. Yes, you're going to have your fire, your flashlight, your cook kit, a blanket, your whoopee for all things. I have no idea. Definitely a cover of some kind. We all know that. That's standard. Your cutting tool. I mean, something simple such as, the simple knife. Or even a Bic lighter. We know that. But communication is another one, because you can't guarantee self-service is going to work, whether it's due to the fact that tornadoes have knocked down the poles for the last 1,000 miles. For anybody who's went through the hurricane down in western North Carolina, can attest to. When your house gets washed down the river due to a massive wall of water or a big gust of wind coming off the coast. So things like that. Please forgive me. I want coffee, but I don't want to have time to make coffee. By the way, coffee is a C word. Please make sure you have it in your kit if you drink coffee. Now, I do have a question for Rob, based off a question that a statement my wife made a while ago. And that was when she was stationed in up there in England, in Mildenhall. A lot more of you guys drink coffee than you think, what I was gathered. So let me know if that's true. If anybody else, okay. I'm asking questions because I am hurting right now, so it's hard for me to concentrate. So that's why I have the ice pack on my knee. A weather radio or emergency scanner, would it be a transceiver type situation there, Daniel, or are you talking about straight scanner? I mean, I have a weather radio here somewhere amongst my gear. Well, actually, I got one right here. It's a small version. Oh, I am going to cheat because I can't stand up right now. Dang it. I dropped it twice now. This is not my big one. This is just Jenny's. This is a small Eaton. And it is got a little solar panel. And it's got the crank on the side. And you could use it to charge your phones and things like that. And it's also a flashlight. You guys who knows this kind of material, you can see it still works. Yes, it rattles though for some reason. I don't know why, but it still works. That kind of thing. You have communications. You have a way to know if there's any radio frequencies. This is AM and FM, so you'll be able to scan all the frequencies. My bigger one can do more. It's got more channels. I don't have long range communication because I've always been worried about being triangulated, but that's me. I've got to slow down because I'm going to run myself out of air because I've been hurting really bad for the last couple of days. Emergency alert. That's true. That would be a good one. Now, I'm not sure who's all going to be here. I'm hoping if you give me 1 second here, I'm going to add something here. I'm going to copy my link here. And sorry about that. Okay, get that dropped off. There we go. There we go. Back. Okay, way to go there, Daniel. Now, like I said, I carry several bows with me wherever I go. My one I carry most is right below my table here. You can't see it, but I also have this one here and this one here. I have heavier bows, but those are the three likely ones I'm going to be carrying with me because they are more compact. I can carry them in my bag. And definitely in my truck. The only thing I have trouble with is trying to figure out what to do about arrows, but that's another story for another day. Now, I can't tell you how long I'm going to go today because I am been dragging since 5:15 this morning, and I didn't sleep well because my knee been killing me all night. Now, the more you interact with me, the more longer I'll be on. So I'm going to let you guys know that. So any questions for me, any ideas, any suggestions, I'm more than welcome for that. If you have felt the need to come up, you can. I'm not asking you to, but the answer, the ability to do so is at the top of the chat up there. Not so much the weekend. It was actually, I had a really good day Tuesday morning, and something along Wednesday or so, Tuesday afternoon to Wednesday, things went downhill. And I took my medications that I could take, and I slept the way I was supposed to sleep. I just couldn't sleep. Oh, I understand that, Rob. I'm highly considering it. If I can make it to 8 o'clock, I'll think I'm doing good. So I'm going to push myself to 8 o'clock. If it doesn't improve from there, I'm going to call it a night then. But until then, I'm going to stay on. I need the time. Okay. I'm not sure if you guys can tell. I'm exhausted, but I'm doing my best. Now, identifying features are not always the big thing for me because I worry. I mean, if it is a hostile situation, like in a riot situation, like Rob said, civil unrest, the less you have on your body personally, tattoo wise, in my suggestions, I would not like to have available unless you have a plan to cover them up. Like invisible ultraviolet ink or something like that, which would be kind of cool. But you know what I mean? Because I was considering that going that route. But any questions for me? Any ideas? Any suggestions? Any demands? Let me know. Because I am gearing up for my Watch Your County Flea Market $100 bug out bag challenge, which is going to be happening in a little over 2 weeks, on the 2nd and 3rd of May. I'm going to do my best to spend 2 days building a bug out bag for the best of my knowledge, with the best of the money that I have and my haggling ability, to create a bug out bag enough to give away to one of you. Now, I had a suggestion for you, Rob, that you might want to take into consideration. If you wanted to enter it and you wanted it to go to your in-laws, your relatives in Illinois, I could probably do that. But I won't be sending any liquids. I will not send anything, toxic or anything like that. The basic bug out bag stuff, and maybe if I flash drive, if I could find one. Maybe a small digital camera you can take pictures of all your critical information. What do you guys think? Give me your opinions. Well, you got to let, if you did, was that a yes then? Is that a yes or a no there, Rob? I need a verification. The last week or so, they have not. I'm not sure why. I was hoping they would be here. They've been here before, and I think they're taking a break. Hey, Doug, how you doing, brother? Just to give you a little heads up on what I was talking about, since you just came in. Talking about the items that they don't talk about in more modern versions of bug out bags, such as your critical information, critical medication, prescriptions, titles, deeds, licensings, that kind of thing that you would need to have with you in case of an emergency that's not world ending, no floods, no famine, no nuclear war or EMPs or anything like that. We're talking like fires, floods, lightning strike, earthquake, that kind of thing. And your case might be more along the lines of a hurricane. If you have to evacuate your home due to a hurricane, which is highly probable in your location, being on the East Coast like you are. Though I'm not sure if the swamp ape would be coming out after you or not, or the Florida man going nuts. So And I know I can't count you as a Florida man because you are a transplant. Ha ha ha. And in case you guys are wondering, I am rubbing my ice pack on my freaking knee to get it to stop hurting. Right now it's numb, so I'm hoping it'll work. If I'm slowing down or you guys think I should it's cut it off because of the way I'm feeling, please let me know. I want to go on. Too dang windy outside. Well, Cliff, come on up. We'll talk more about it. Links at the top of the chat. Got some ideas, got some suggestions, got some things some ideas I need to put out towards you. I got plenty of room up here. It's all right there. I got plenty of room in there. I'm sorry about blinding you with my forehead. Exactly. Those are the kind of items that you would need if you were evacuated from your home. Proof of where you live, proof of your ID, birth certificate, social security card, all that kind of information, critical information. Not exactly. I wish it was, but it's not, apparently, according to the U.S. government at this time. If you haven't been watching the news, you will understand. Doesn't matter if you have an ID. It doesn't matter if you have a driver's license. Doesn't matter if you have a social security number. It's not enough. Even in Iowa, as of next month, I have to take my birth certificate down to the. How you doing, sir?
I'm doing all right. Technically, Social Security just is a form of residency, basically telling the government, "Hey, there's an American here that we can milk for money for the next 95 years."
Well, also, with what's been going on lately with all the deportations and all that crap. You know what I mean?
I don't pay attention to the news most of the time.
Well, neither do I, but
it's all mainstream.
It's a real thing. It's a real thing, though. I mean, when they came to that one school in New York and tried to, pull those kids out, the ICE had to pull those kids out. Tried to, anyway. And the teachers wouldn't even let them in the building.
Yeah, because they don't have a physical right to trespass.
Well, they seem to think so. What you eating?
Yeast.
The what?
Yeast.
Yeast?
Yeah.
Why are you eating yeast?
Because I can.
You're going to get a yeast infection.
No. I've already made sure that it wasn't infected.
No, I mean, like Doug said, I mean, there were some places, after that big hurricane down there, they wouldn't let people back in the States unless you had proof that you lived where you said you lived. And even then, sometimes they weren't even taking state ID.
Yeah, well, that's why your insurance and your registration are in your car. That is proof of residence.
What if your car gets wiped out?
Well, then hopefully your phone still works.
Yeah, well, that's another thing we don't know. But, I mean, critical information like that, especially if you're like in a hurricane storm notwithstanding, Rob actually came up with a thing about Earthquakes are a possibility. Tornadoes are a possibility, especially for him. Okay, Daniel's here. Okay, Daniel, keep it civil and keep it to the point because
No,
I'm tired.
no. I'm on you guys' side.
Down. Turn your mic down.
I
Loud.
don't know how to turn it down.
Let's see if I can turn it down. It's a little loud. Talk
Better,
again.
better.
How's that, Cliff? You tell me.
Better.
Okay, there you go.
My uncle was in North Carolina when that whole scenario went down. Sorry, he wasn't there when it happened. He was there in the aftermath.
Yeah, I know a lot of people who are actually over there helping out.
Yeah, and like everybody wants to listen to the news. The news isn't going to give you anything that you're not going to listen to. They're not going to give you the legit, body count of a single town disappearing.
Oh, we already know that, but we're not going to go too far down that rabbit hole. We're just going to
No. What you know what I mean? Like I don't think it should be like you brought up, like watching the news. The news is never going to give you the 100% accuracy of what's going on.
Oh, I know. Disinformation is the key to most things, but I'm not going to go down that conspiratorial rabbit hole because I would never come out. So I'm not going to go down that way. But right now, I mean, critical information, like I said earlier, is something you should have on you, or at least in a central location to grab and go. Now, the likelihood of a tornado hitting Cliff, unlikely. But
slim to none, but the chance is still there.
Well, I said unlikely, but not impossible. The chances of you getting hit with a tornado, Daniel, same.
Good.
Likely, but possible.
Yeah, microburst.
Yeah.
That
Here
would be
more than likely.
Yeah.
As Rob on the Road said, England gets 50 tornadoes a year. 50. I mean, to Iowa, that's not a lot. To Missouri, that's definitely not a lot. But
continental U.S., that's a like micro percentage of how many tornadoes we get down here.
We get like over 400 or more tornadoes in a season.
Yeah, like the state of Arizona gets around 9 microbursts a year.
Yeah. Even LA has gotten tornadoes.
Yeah.
Hey, Zardos. And the thing is, having your critical information, if you have to evacuate your house, do not leave with just your bag of, survival stuff, because that's not going to be enough.
And here's my thing is like, if like your house is destroyed, bury something in your backyard where your information's in.
I did mention something about keeping hard copies in a separate location.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like that's my thing. Like, don't take everything with you. Well, I get take everything with you, but like
take copies of everything with you.
Yeah, make sure like it's on your property. You know what I mean? Like,
actually that may not always work, because what if someone claims your property when you're absent?
Yeah, you dig it up in the backyard and they have to prove it.
Unless that's if they let you in. That's the thing.
Yeah,
there's a lot of places in western North Carolina that are not the houses are no longer on the property. They were moved miles down the road, down the stream.
Yeah, and I know that, and my uncle's like, he's been involved in that stuff since it happened.
Right.
In the whole
which uncle? Is it the uncle we know, or the other uncle?
No, it's my dad's brother, like
a different uncle.
Yeah, his name's Ballsy Nugent. He owns.
I'm sorry.
No. They all got weird. They all got weird names.
Cliff might want to take seeds with him, depending on where he goes. If he has to get evacuated or something, like a earthquake or something. I can't hear you, Cliff. You're muted.
Yeah, just realized that. And I would just grab the 2 or 3 containers that I got chilling right by me, and I'd be gone. I'd be out.
I know you got some survival seeds on hand.
I've got a survival seed packet somewhere that has like 30 something survival seeds in it. I don't know where that packet's at, but I know where my other one's at.
Yeah.
But like, and here's my question: you said short term. Like, if it's short term and you only have to go away for a couple of days and come back, you're not going to be planting seeds.
No, but he is a gardener.
Doesn't mean I don't.
No. So isn't Tiffany. But like,
Because you can't guarantee how long you're going to be gone. You plan for the long term. If it's short term, so much the better. But you plan for the long term. Think long term plans. You have long term plans, but short term expectations. If that makes any sense.
I get it. I completely get it.
Okay.
It's just like earlier it was, oh, you're only going to be gone a couple of days.
But you don't know how long you're going to be in this situation.
I get it.
And there's people still living in tents in Western North Carolina.
Yeah, there's people that are living in, like, I know for a fact, my uncle bought tough sheds, and they're in a Walmart parking lot. Like, I know, like, the destruction of that.
Yeah.
They were, like, to be gone away from your house. When did that happen? 7 months ago?
It was in September, August.
Yeah, so like however many months, like
this is April, this is 4, so
no matter
8 months ago.
Yeah, no matter how much they would have walked out of there with, they wouldn't have survived.
No, but like I said, having your critical information, which includes prescriptions if you wear glasses, medications if you have something for your heart or any other ailment that you may have, you and your EpiPen because you have your bee allergy.
And people that need CPAP to sleep. You know what I mean? Like
you can get around CPAP, but you can get around it, but like with a fan, but needed, yes. Those kind of things are things that and like you said about tattooing your blood type on your body with your allergies. I would not go that far, but it's an idea.
I think Rob said that.
Was it Rob that said that? I thought you did.
I believe it was Rob that said, like, because they're doing it here now. Like the Marines have they can do their dog tags, and they can do all 4 hinge joints, wrists, ankles, and knees to have all their information put on it. I believe.
Well, I've got my dog tags. I'm not sure what Cliff's not available, like whether it be your immunization cards or something like that.
Yeah.
I've got more allergies than some because I got a lot of food allergies, which really sucks.
Yeah, but they can tattoo a barcode on you where it's like everything.
Yeah, Zardos, you probably have an inch bag. These inch bags are different than these kind of bags. If I had to leave here, it would have to be a major reason. The biggest reason would probably be a tornado. Blizzard. Well, if the power goes out in a major blizzard, I don't know what I'm going to do then because I have to probably find a way to get out of here because I couldn't stay here without heat or electricity. But there's a major fault line right next to Iowa. People say, "Oh, that has never been active." It has been active. Just not as.
And if it gets cold, you want to go away from it.
It's not like the San Andreas fault or anything, but it is a major fault line. But it's a possibility. But mainly house fires, tornadoes, those kind of things. If you have to leave your home for an extended period of time, you need to have your information with you. That's my biggest thing because my sister talked about it, and she has a medical condition. She's on oxygen. She is a cancer survivor. She's on medications for that purpose every day. And she's got to, and I thought about what would she need to get if she had to evacuate her home. And that she doesn't have a lot because of her physical restrictions, her ailments. And that's tough for me to think about because she's 60 years old. and everything else that's just gone on with her.
And is she like, just a question? First off, a congratulations for her for getting through it.
Oh, she went the extreme route to save herself.
Yeah. Is she on oxygen all the time?
Yes.
Uh,
Her oxygen machine would definitely be one of the things that'd be going with her.
but
The problem is you need replacement canisters for those.
No, she's the one that's got the machines that make oxygen.
Yeah, so it'd be a way to charge
She just needs
the
power.
battery.
Just power to the batteries is all she needs.
Yeah, to charge them.
Yeah, because it's one of those compact units that make a certain amount of oxygen per day.
Yeah.
It's not. I mean, without power, it won't do it. But she's got
if there's a way to set up solar or something like that.
Exactly, or a small generator or something.
Yeah, but
like I said, I was thinking. My sister caught me as the one that got me thinking about this because I mean, yeah, everybody thinks like Dave Canterbury. You got to have your axe, your saw, your tarp, and your flint and steel.
Yeah, but that isn't medical needs. Like if like we want to talk about medical needs, like her backpack needs to have like some sort of solar generator in it,
or even a smaller fold up anything. I mean, even the little Eaton radio has a solar thing on it, so you can charge.
Yes. No, and that's what I'm saying. Like that's what she would need. You know what I mean? Like, and I agree with like, I don't like one thing like Dave Canterbury and all those guys. Like, yep, they went and did it.
Well, they can do it. So can like Joe Robinette. Anybody who's done long-term survival.
Yeah, no,
those guys don't have the medical conditions that I have, or you have, or anybody in the chat have. I'm not sure about Cliff, other than maybe a headache every once in a while. Definitely sinus issues.
And that's the issue. Like, no one thinks about the person that's like.
Here's what Cliff needs: the ability to blow his freaking nose.
Camouflage.
Hey, it is camouflage, but it's still a hanky. You got to consider things like that.
Like
sunblock is what another good one for because Cliff's outside a lot, but sunblock, snake bite kits, those kind of things. Those are all medical, but you don't want to go super overboard where you can't carry everything because you're limited to the amount of what you can carry. So that's why I was suggesting digital copies over physical copies of records, if you can. Do you have any of that, Cliff?
Maybe not.
You look like you just got shocked or something because you're the way you're stretching.
I'm just freaking tired.
Oh, I feel you, brother. I am there.
I didn't even do anything today. I've been stuck inside since like 2:00.
The wind's been that bad?
Visibility outside is brown.
Oh, wow. So you're in a brownout.
Yeah, just like we had a couple weeks ago. Freaking wind is ridiculous.
I can understand it. I've been there. Well, I should say I've been through there. I've been here longer than I've been there. But I've been to both places. But what would you consider the number one emergency item outside the normal bug out bag items, Cliff?
Depends on location.
Well, I'm asking for you.
Again, my response is really just depends on the location.
Well, I'm asking you for your location, and I'll do the same for Daniel. Same for anybody else in the chat.
I really don't have one at the top priority for me just because of where I'm at. I have a bunch of stuff, but I mean, most of the stuff I have with me, on me, or around me at all times. So even if there was an emergency, I'm square either way.
Well, I mean, I may not have everything all at once, all the time. I mean, I've got my prescriptions written on the fridge, and I've got my pill bottles, which have prescriptions for my heart. Picking up ibuprofen or Tylenol, those are standard. I can get those anywhere. Aspirin, even, I can pretty much get anywhere. But these, not so much. because of the way my eyes are and with the cataract I have in this eye. Now, would I love to have the prescription for contacts? I would love that, but I don't have them. I haven't paid the money for that. That takes more money than I have right now.
Yeah, the problem with contacts is you got to constantly take them out, and you got to have the saline solution to wash them all the
Yeah,
time.
unless
And
you're doing like dailies, and that's
than
different.
anything else.
Unless you're doing dailies, and that's different. But then again, you're stuck with a limited supply.
Yep.
That's
Usually
why you always have. I got my peepers here. I don't have any backups, but I guess if I needed some. Oh wow!
He moved. And
No, this is not a knee thing. This is a nose thing. My boom boom stick.
cat
I
farted.
Oh man, I got a good sniff on that one. It cleared out my sinuses really, really good. What I could really use is some coffee, but I don't have time to do that because I'm on my live. I've said 3 times now.
But
Bum.
Dun, 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 I'm loving it.
Okay. Well, I mean, that's the extent of what I can, because I considered that a very important thing. I might consider doing something similar with my bug out bag that I'm sending out to you. I think you told me no on entering the contest, correct?
yes.
Okay.
I'm picking it on.
You're going to be doing it yourself. Okay.
Yes.
Which I understand. Now, Rob said he wants to enter, but he wants it sent to his relatives. What do you guys think of that? Yes, no?
Is his relatives in the States or overseas?
Yeah, in Illinois.
I mean, I have no problem with that.
So, if he were to win, I mean, I'm going to be doing the totally random. I have no idea who's going to win type of situation.
I'm going to do the same thing.
I can't mail anything outside the continental U.S. because it's too freaking expensive.
No, I understand that, and there's a free generator app on UCut that you can press, and it gives you your winner.
Yeah, I've used that once, but I think Cliff knows what I'd like to use.
I mean, I'll use the same thing as you. I'm not trying to like.
No, you don't know what I like to use though, Daniel.
What do you like to use?
Bingo roller.
An old-fashioned bingo roller.
Well, no, I have no problem with that. I'll do the same thing.
You can have up to 74. You get 74 numbers.
Yeah.
So you got a chance. If I have 74 entries, that'd be awesome. Not likely, but it'd be awesome. But somebody out there will win it, and I'll send it to them.
My poor trap.
I'll ask if they do a review of it and do a video with it, and that's it. But I must be a member of the channel for some length of time. And interaction.
I get that. Like, and I'm doing the same thing. Like,
I mean, too many people pop into channels just to try to win a prize, then disappear forever.
Cliff, and I get that, and yeah.
So that's my only restrictions.
Colin, I need to have a conversation with you sometime, like voice to voice, not on here.
I'll see what I can do.
Okay, thank you.
I actually had something else I had an idea about. Oh, okay. In the past, people said, "Oh, watch this video," and I'll say whatever it is at the end of the video, looking for the to be able to enter. Instead of saying I'm in, you got to say that word, whatever. Or they look at the end of the. They just basically skip the whole video, go all the way to the end, just to listen to that word, so they enter that way. I'm going to put the word in the middle of the video somewhere. So you got to find the dang thing.
Yeah, and I heard this thing called Find the Apple.
Never heard of that one.
Yeah, like I watched a UK guy, Bushcraft Tools, and the only way you would figure it out is if you follow him on Instagram, you get he uses both of his programs, like his Facebook or Instagram, with his YouTube. You find the pineapple, you tell me what we're like.
No, you just give me an idea. So thank you.
What minutes and seconds is that? And you get entered. Like that's what his thing is. I'm not that technical. I'm not that smart.
You actually give me an idea about where people would have to contact me on Instagram with the word, but they can't post it on YouTube side.
Yeah, like
I would have the name, but they would not. I could add on to my list.
That reminds me of Survival on Purpose. His he always used to have he always had this like 6-inch like stuffed skunk, and he would stick it in the background somewhere in the video. You would cut, and he'd be in there. He'd film it for like 4 or 5 seconds, and then cut scene, and then the skunk would be gone. So Mr. S was always in a lot of the background shots.
I don't think I have anything like that. I mean,
but no, like that's like you're engaging your audience to go to both of your platforms,
right?
And I don't know if Instagram pays. Like I don't know that.
I don't care. But
no,
I mean,
but I'm saying like you're making them do two things. They're on your YouTube, they go to your Instagram, and then they have to tell you exactly where it's at. So your engagement somehow has to be higher than normal.
Well,
I don't know.
I mean, as long as I get a decent amount of people. Hey, Jason, thank you for coming.
Good evening. Oh, wait a minute, wrong time of year.
No, you could do it any time of the year. Hey, you'll find vampire or Vincent Price movies any time of the year.
What's up, Jason?
Now, Jason, I'm sure you've been listening in.
Somewhat. I've been eating.
Oh, I can understand that.
I said hello, Jason. He just passed me off.
No, he's busy. He's answering me.
He's eating.
Like I said, good evening, all.
Yes. No, my question for you, Jason. I mean, with the issues that you both have, you and Molly, do you have a in your bag to evacuate your home if you had to?
How'd that go?
All your medical information, all your critical information, along with a regular bug out bag, or you just have your bug out bag?
You got a couple of things you can just quick throw in the van and we're gone.
Okay, you do have that critical information with you, though. That's good. Because there's too many people thinking a basic bug out bag will be enough. No, it can't be. There's no way. It's not meant for long term. Now, Zardos, who mentioned that he's gone for good type situation.
Inch bag.
That's an inch bag. That's I'm never coming home bag. And that's different. That's meant for long term. I don't have an inch bag. I've got stuff. I mean, if I had to, I'd survive out of my house, but only for so long. But
I have a bag in case ninjas clone hamsters.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Hamsters?
No, I have a bag in case ninjas clone hamsters.
Okay.
Inch bag.
But the thing is, I mean, the only thing I don't have in my bags, which I mentioned earlier, is I don't have food. I was trying to get food earlier this year, but the box that I ordered came empty, which I mentioned. I got my money back in an empty box.
I'm so glad I got a box of food over here, 2 boxes of food under there, a 7-gallon bucket full of food. I got
boxes full of food.
August and farm box over there.
I mean, we got food. We got a food pantry full of food and things like that. More than 3 days, more than a week, at least a month worth. And it's just the fact that I don't have any for my bags if I have to leave the house. I don't think Ian's got anything set up at all.
Nope.
I've got Jenny set up because I want her to be safe, so I make sure she has something. But I got my everyday carry, which is most of my gear that I need, but except for food. That's the only thing. Can I procure food with what I got? Sure. But I don't want to have to hunt or fish or whatever for my food if I don't have to.
I got a ton of pancake mix.
Oatmeal and pancake mix would last a while, especially if it's just add water.
Not for me. Oatmeal does not agree with me anymore for some reason.
Well,
But the
I
whole
can
thing
tell.
about oatmeal and pancakes is you need fresh water.
Well, I have I have multiple filters. That's not an issue. Jenny's got a filter, which actually she's got a really nice one. And here, I'll show it to you, which is really cool.
No, like I agree with you, but how close are you to water from your house?
I'm literally about less than a quarter mile from a stream. And if I really wanted to go close, I'd dig about 20 feet straight down.
Yeah, I don't even have to go that far. I just got to dig like 4 feet and I hit water.
I've got an underground stream underneath my house.
I just have to walk just a few feet.
Like we started with at the beginning, this is a short-term thing. It's not we're going to be digging holes. Like
No, I've got access to water, and also
Short term, I got water collection, so if it rains around my house, I can collect roughly about 1,000 gallons of water, so I'd be set for a long while.
You guys do the water collection anyway, with the rainwater collection and things like that.
Okay, like are we getting out of like control of the bug out bag because this is away from your house?
Oh, I have ways to get it.
I have water filters, but
I've got access with me to tap into buildings. I got ways to tap into other places.
I have water everywhere.
And I'm sure you probably got more than a few keys of your own there, Jason.
Oh yeah.
Got one in my bag just in case, because you never know when you need a key.
I've got one in my bag too.
And
Now,
you're talking to a guy that's in Arizona that, yeah.
Well, remember, dry state too.
Like
Yummy. He just happens to be. His dad thought ahead when he built his place, so he got lucky with a really smart dad. But this right here does something most water filters don't do. This filters radiation particles out.
Yeah, for a limited time.
It is something. It is what it is. It does do that. Temporary as it may be, it will do that. That's my wife's water filter. I've got the plain Sawyer and the Katadin hiker filters.
Yeah.
Those are for high volume water, but still.
I think mine's actually just sitting right there. I'll be right back. There's a break in the
I don't know
wind.
what Zardos got, but I'm sure that water filtration tablets are probably part of most people's bags if they don't have them. I will say this for those people who are thinking about using alternative methods of water purification. Iodine and bleach are short-term uses only.
Yep.
They are eventually toxic. Do not rely on them 100%.
I spent 49 days on a hill with mountain water that was contaminated, and iodine and bleach doesn't do. Basically,
It still tastes like crap, no matter what you do.
No,
but I'm not sure what you have available, but please keep in mind.
It basically messes you up worse in the long run.
Right. So, if you had a choice between being able to filter your water and dehydrating, I would say drink the water, worry about the rest later if you have to, if you're in a short-term emergency situation. But do not rely on that 100% because there's no guarantee it will really be.
Like you can't separate short-term from long-term when you're doing that stuff.
No. But the thing is, in my opinion, as a medic, I'd rather see you crapping your pants and throwing up and hydrated somewhat to completely dehydrated and dead. One's alive, but you feel like you're dying or you're dead.
But the aftermath of doing that doesn't vote well for your kidneys, your intestines.
No, it's not meant for long term. It is a short term solution. But the thing is, if you got a choice between dehydrating or drinking the water, drink the water. If you have a way to boil it, then boil the crap out of it.
Yeah.
It doesn't change the flavor of it, but it does make it,
Yeah, because it's not hard to set up a couple of buckets, some
charcoal, some sand, some rocks.
You can also do the cotton linen too, as well.
If you have it available, yes, I have some.
Yeah, because you can wick it from bucket to bucket to bucket, to help clean it all out.
You can actually do it with your cotton bandanas too, if you have them that way.
No, you actually use the wicking method. So you wick it out of one bucket.
That's what I'm saying. Using your cotton bandanas will do the same thing.
And then you put it in a metal container and you boil the crap out of it.
Yep. Boiling is always
the whole thing is when you're like in a different country and you're doing a job, you can't have a fire.
No.
Yeah, sometimes you can't.
Now, what I'm saying, is my whole thing is what I just said is using chlorine and iodine is not going to help you personally.
Oh,
even 30 days is not going to help you. It's going to destroy you.
Oh, I know that. That's why I said it's not something I would. That was my last. Those were the methods I would rely on less than anything else. Now, I will say this: water purification tablets with a neutralizer. Yes. The charcoal method and the wicking method, both good items, but still boiling is a better one. The solar method. I'm not sure if you knew about that one, Daniel.
Yeah, I know the solar method, but
putting it to the sun for a period of time can do the same. But boiling is always going to work. It's not going to kill the taste, but it will kill the pathogens. Hey, Molly. Now, oh man, freaking neat. Let's see here. I worry about people, not getting what they need. Electrolyte drink mixes are I want to say, gotta send for those people who have them available. Salt tablets. I remember when they used to put them in every emergency meal in the military.
To make you drink more water.
Well, help you retain water, actually.
Yeah, but it's one and the same.
When I was going through basic, I was going through 8 to 10 canteens, full military canteens of water a day, in addition to what I was eating and drinking at my meals. And I was drinking like 3 or 4 glasses of milk, and they wanted me to drink even more water then. Hey, Desiree, how you doing, sis?
What up, Nicole?
I haven't seen her in a Coon's Age on my channel anyway. But when I was down in Texas, I drank so much water. And they didn't realize when I have so much milk on there. They would say, "Son, what do you have so much milk on there?" Because I like milk. Aren't you supposed to be drinking water? And then I showed them the 4 extra glasses of water I had on my tray as well. And I finished it. I finished everything on my plate, on my tray.
Do you know Desiree?
I'm hurting. I'm not sure how Jason's doing.
I'm okay.
Cliff, you look tired, so
I was worn out for some reason. I didn't even do anything the last 2 days, which sucks.
Yeah, I only got a couple of trees planted today, and the mosquitoes were swarming me.
Which ones did you get planted?
The 2 bananas and a grape.
What kind of grape?
A red one.
Seedless or not?
Seedless.
Okay.
So, do you buy trees to plant in your garden, or do you grow them?
Buy them to put them in the garden.
He does both. He's buying them to plant in his garden. Long term. He's creating an orchard.
Okay.
I did talk to Herbert T. for a while today, for almost 2.5 hours.
He says for a little while.
Well, I wasn't expecting him to call me at 7:30 in the morning. You know what I mean?
Don't answer the phone that early in the morning.
I was up.
I ain't answering my phone until I get to work. That's 11 o'clock.
Oh, it's not like I'm doing a lot, Cliff. You know that.
It doesn't matter what time of day. It doesn't. To me, it doesn't matter what time of day someone calls me. They have a question. I'm answering it.
Well, just to let you know, Desiree is our sister, Nicole. She's awesome. She's actually gotten some bags from us and other items. She's in the Oklahoma area. Last I remember.
Oh, Colin, batten down the hatches.
She's in Oklahoma, right? Correct me if I'm wrong, Nicole. Yep. Okay. Now, what I was talking about earlier, in case you missed it, when you do a bug out bags are not just for end of the world situations. Sorry for the recap, guys. It's for any situation that requires you to leave your home in an emergency situation. Fire, flood, tornado, what have you.
Well, you forgot one, and it doesn't count.
Earthquake?
No, you can't take anything with you.
Except your bag.
No.
You have to take the bag.
Alien abduction.
Oh, if you're walking in the woods and they'll take you anytime, including your bag with you. In the Blanchard area, I'm not familiar with that one.
Well, if the aliens take me, they're going to be shit out of luck, because if they don't do me right there when I get on the ship, they're going to be a lot of dead aliens.
You want them to probe you?
No, they're going to have to knock me out either in the tractor beam or when they get me on board, because remember, I'm walking around with a bunch of knives. So alien abduction or not, somebody's going to get stabbed. Or, sorry, somebody's going to get stuck.
Oh, it's not going to be like the Coneheads at the end of the movie where the one guy who's the yes man goes up with the aliens and takes off with them.
Sorry, like yet again, it went from it's a small issue to now it's fucking aliens.
Intergalactic.
Sorry for cussing. Aliens coming down. Like we started at.
That's a little bit on the far-fetched side. I think he was being facetious.
Yeah, no.
That's okay.
No, like it was going to be a few days bug out bag. Now it's
intergalactic travel. Yeah, John
Intergalactic.
Carter.
You know what I mean? Like my thing is like, are aliens really going to come down and like blow us up? Yeah, that could happen.
This is like one on the the Independence Day thing. I have no idea.
Like I don't.
Yeah, we're too stupid. That's why they take cows.
Maybe they need milk.
I'm being facetious.
Yeah, and like Waco, Texas needed milk, and they didn't listen then neither.
Right. Well, like I said, having your critical information in a secured either folder, a hard drive, or a flash drive, some solid state where it can't be easily wiped out, in a Faraday bag would be critical. That way you always have access to that information.
Faraday waterproof bag.
Well, some solid state things are even waterproof.
Yeah.
As they say.
No, and that's what I'm saying. Like, make sure, like if you're doing the whole digital thing, make sure it's like, okay, you have your Faraday, you have a waterproof bag, and then everything that's inside that's in a vacuum sealed bag. You know what I mean? Like, make it all that information can never get tainted.
Unless someone physically takes it out.
Yeah, and if they take it out before you, well, then it's...
Okay, please forgive me. As a desiccant packs, you use that to keep the water out? Desiccant packs? Is that it?
It just removes moisture.
That's what I mean. That's for keeping it,
if it gets wet, it doesn't help. Only
even if you have a waterproof bag and everything else, huh? Hey, Anarchy, how you doing?
And you can, like, another thing you can put in one of those bags is like we have them for tiffs, spices, is the anti-moisture bags.
That's what I was talking about. The desiccant
yeah, those are the desiccant packs.
Yeah, the little packets.
That's what I was talking about. I gave the actual literal name.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Like, I'm not.
That's okay.
I don't have. but
No worries.
for 3 grams, it's 8 grams of that packet put into it.
Vaseline won't always work, especially if it gets warm. It'll melt.
Vaseline's the worst thing for a sealant because
It's a lubricant, not a sealant.
it brings
Yeah, and I could see
moisture
the
to it.
smile on Cliffy's face right then when I said that.
Like it brings moisture to it.
Now, no, I mean, not just your critical information. I mean, like anything that you deem important, whether it could, I mean, you could have digital copies of all your emergency
Mhm.
books, such as this one, like the U.S. Army Survival Manual, or one of my favorite books that Cliff knows about, and that is my Back to Basics book. Digital copy of that, or the Foxfire books, or whatever. Those are good things to have digitally if you can do that. I've
Are
got
we
a lot
allowed
of stuff on PDF. Don't get me wrong.
Are we allowed to talk about Anarchy's book?
No.
No, that cookbook is not allowed.
See,
That is definite no.
okay. So
Yeah.
that book alone.
The only time we can talk about Anarchy is saying hi to him. He's in the chat.
Okay, hi Anarchy.
Anarchy TV is in the chat.
Yeah. And that book tells us everything.
Nope, you're not. We're not racist here.
No, not about that.
No, that's what Anarchy just said.
Yeah.
No, about
No,
survival.
we're not racist here. Believe me, brother, I am one of the least racist people you will ever meet. Because my family is multicultural, to say the least.
Indy 500 and NASCAR.
Oh, you really? You want to go that route, huh? It's like saying college football in Texas is not a religion.
It's not.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Good luck with that one.
Sometimes those are fighting words, but I apologize. I'm just having fun
No,
with it.
and I completely can tell he doesn't live in Texas. He's answering a question for Texas. He doesn't live there.
I have stayed in Texas multiple times.
Fox is in New Mexico, right?
Yep.
Yeah,
So he's not in Texas. He's not going to say
Oh
football.
no! The thing is, we have
thing.
a lot of friends who are in Texas. We have a right to. We can make fun of each other.
Well,
No, I pick on him about the football thing too. Don't worry about it.
It's a. I'm an anti. I don't play football. Never have. But
it's
I make
like
fun.
If I said Row
a lot
Tide.
of people who do, so that's okay.
If
And they
I
know
said
that I don't play football.
If I said Row Tide right now, Alabama.
I say what?
I have no clue. I have no clue about it. It's football. It's a college thing. There's
I was
belief
track and
in.
field in high school. I didn't play football.
You know what's cool about those states? The fishing.
I would say that, and the hunting's not too bad either. Yes, we know where you are there, Sess. We know.
They just opened up big game in Arizona again this year.
I think you said Roll Tide there, Anarchy.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Whatever.
some of our words we are literally from all over the country in here right now.
In the world.
I'm from the central Midwest.
I was talking about Alabama.
Southwest. You're from the Southwest. And he's from the South.
Both.
Well, you don't count anymore.
This is where I retired.
Yeah, you're retired now. You're stuck there. You're Texan now.
He's still a transplant.
Oh, yeah. I mean, literally, Doug's in here, and he's South Florida. He's still a transplant, and he's in Florida, and he's from New York.
I'm a transplant.
We're all Terran.
I'm sorry to say, I'm not a transplant. I'm born and bred right here.
I was a transplant when
But have I traveled all over the place? You better believe it.
I was born and raised in South Boston.
I know, you mentioned that.
Yeah.
And some of it, you're a Northeasterner. Just admit it.
I'm a Yankee. Is that what you want me to say?
Okay, no. What I want to know is what color is your chowder?
White.
Thank you for understanding that.
Understanding that, that's the only chowder that comes out
Red
of the
chowder, there's
Northeast.
red
is
chowder
white.
and there's white chowder. I grew up with white chowder.
I grew up with both.
I don't understand red. I don't. Don't ask me why.
Tomato
It's
based.
just, what is it?
The only reason why it's red is because they add cayenne and
Tabasco.
Tabasco. No, it's not even Tabasco. It's red chili.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's
That's
a
that's
chili.
the only reason why it's red.
The only thing I'm going to be worried about doing is something I talked to both these guys on Jason's live yesterday, and that's about the sugar beets. That's the only thing red I'll deal with. Because I found out Iowa has a really high percent. They used to have a whole industry of just sugar beets for a while. I did not know that. They still have an association for growing beets here in Iowa. So that's new to me. Found
Did you
that out.
say beets?
Sugar beets?
Oh,
BEET, beets.
yeah, like our we have radish beets coming up right now in our garden.
I don't know if that's the same thing. Sugar beets are.
No, I
concentrated
don't
sugar.
know either. I'm just saying, like, that's what. Yeah.
We'd have to ask Tiffany. Is she available or is she busy?
No, Dad crashed.
Okay, thank you, Deb, and thank you for coming.
Colin, did you understand that?
Sorry, I was answering. I was responding to Deb. She made a comment about the red chowder.
Yeah, like I said, tomato based.
What is it you said, please, Daniel? Repeat.
Dad crashed.
Okay, I didn't hear that. One more time.
Crash.
Dad crashed.
Dad crashed.
Yeah.
Is he okay?
Yes. I
Okay.
think.
Well, just make sure he's okay. Family is important.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I don't know about the Manhattan chowder, but I've tried it once and I didn't like it. I mean, I literally had
Red
chowder
chowder
from Mississippi and chowder from the West Coast, and they're both the same to me.
No, Louisiana and Massachusetts, New England is completely different. 100%.
Well, I had mine in Biloxi, Mississippi. The first time
Yeah,
I've ever had it.
it's gonna be like, okay, that's Cajun.
Hey, I fell in love with the biscuits and gravy down there.
Yeah, it's really good on
No.
pasta.
Say it again.
Biscuits and gravy in Louisiana is the best that you're ever gonna get.
I agree. What would you say? What was that again, Jason?
I said the red chowder is wonderful over pasta.
Okay, it's more of an add-on, like a topper.
I mean, you can add it on in there. It's good, or you can eat it by itself.
Okay, I heard somebody actually uses rice.
Later, Deb.
Be well, Deb. Thank you for answering that question. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, like I said, Colin, you need to batten down the hatches.
Yeah. I actually saw a house somewhere. I can't remember what I was watching, but these people discovered that they actually had built-in wooden shutters that were inside the house that folded from the inside over their main windows that someone had nailed open. These things were like 100 plus years old.
Are we talking about Louisiana?
No, I'm not sure where it was. They didn't specify, but they said they were there for before the storm windows thing. Oh, crap. Give me a second. Oh, crap. Oh, crap. Oh.
Colin's cussing on his own live. Ooh.
Yeah, well, that's about as strong as I'm going to go for right now. Otherwise, I could go worse, and I don't want to get dinged. Because cussing is bad on lives because YouTube does not like it.
Like
Anything.
Florida.
That's why I'm using alternative cuss words, folks. Frack is not is an okay word.
No.
Oh, sorry. Oh, my physical therapist this morning manipulated my quad.
Muscle cramp?
Whatever he did, it hurt like hell.
Muscle cramp?
Huh?
Muscle cramp?
Oh yeah, it was right above my knee.
Yeah, needs some more potassium.
I don't have any at the moment.
Iron.
I know, but I don't have any at the moment.
But in the 1960s,
I know
Florida,
beans would be in there, would give me that and all that stuff. So did spinach, but I don't have either one.
Mm,
Question for you guys, actually. Our maple trees are getting ready to drop seeds. Am I going to be able to eat the seeds?
Might only be once.
I understand that there, Jason, but I want a definitive answer on this.
You're gonna have to look it up.
first year or second?
Oh, these are mature trees.
You're gonna
These
have to crack. You're gonna have to crack them and look.
Because they're dried out now. They're getting ready to drop.
Yeah, you're gonna have to crack them and look. There isn't a.
No, I just need to do a search because I need to find out if I'm allergic to, if they're considered nuts or not.
Yes.
If they're seeds, or are they considered nuts?
Well, hang on a second.
Yeah, they are edible.
I know they're edible, but I don't know.
I believe the outside is the seed, the inside is the core. Don't hold me on that, but you have to dry them before, or blanch them just like you do wild nuts.
Like acorns, you got to get the tannin out of them.
Yeah.
No.
Nope, they're not the same as tree nuts. I can't have them. I would actually probably say they'd be like along the lines of like pumpkin seeds, maybe.
Yeah, you can just peel them and eat them. You don't have to boil them. You can boil them to give them a sweeter flavor, but
I was thinking about salting them or using them like
raw, roasted, or boiled.
Huh?
So you can eat them raw, roasted, or boiled.
Well, I would love to roast them. That way I can use them as an alternative for nuts in my
with the garlic butter.
Not garlic butter. Bite your tongue. I was thinking.
No, hang on a sec. That doesn't make sense.
No, it's a joke. He likes fancy stuff on his.
No,
And
no.
the fact is that Cliff had a bad experience with some garlic butter once. No, I was going to say if I can use them in my trail mix in lieu of peanuts, not just with the sunflower kernels that I plan on using.
But you don't have to get. My whole thing is you don't have to get the tannins out of them. Like they hit the ground and there's no tannins in it. Like
no, they're not like oak trees. They're not.
Yeah,
oak trees.
because it's not an acorn.
This was a maple tree. Now I still want to tap them. I haven't done it yet. I want to tap those freaking trees to see what I can get. But I'm going to need at least 40 gallons of sap to get 1 gallon of syrup.
I don't know if you can get them out of those trees.
Huh?
I don't know if you're going to get them that much out of those trees.
I got to get them right just as the ground is warming up. It's a little late in the year for that. But I would probably try to get 20 gallons from each and then mix them together and then boil the crap out of them.
You can't, like, you need a table to make anything from maple, like maple
No, I don't
syrup.
need a table. I need some way to cook it, but I don't need a table.
Does the refrigerator have a reset button?
Okay. Like, I'm not trying to argue with you.
No. I've got setups for that. Trust me.
Ice machine does. Refrigerator doesn't.
That's a shame.
I purchased recently. I'm not sure if I told you guys. I purchased a new stove from South Dakota.
So what are we gonna do?
SD Mountain Man picked it up for me,
I need to get it pulled out.
and it's a Whisper Light International stove.
Yeah.
I'm sure Cliff might have one already, but I don't know.
No, I don't have the international. I just have a regular, the second generation Whisper Light.
Well, I wanted the one that could be you can use. It uses gasoline.
Yeah, I had mine was gas and kerosene.
Yeah, mine's gas, kerosene, and white gas. There's also the Dragonfly, which that one also allows for jet fuel and diesel. That's a lot more expensive than I could afford. So I figured the gasoline would be enough.
It gets expensive though.
You know, but that's one thing. Oh man, I gotta stop drinking combinations here. It's like really getting in my stomach. I gotta stick to this. Put this out of my way before I grab it again. But I figured if I had to be away somewhere for a long period of time, gasoline would be easier for me to find than kerosene or the little butane canisters and stuff.
One of the one things I wouldn't
Propane
have.
stores indefinite.
Yeah, I got you. I like mine.
This just popped
Okay, we got too many people talking at once. Who?
He's new.
What was that?
Okay.
Johnny 30806.
Well, it's not lighting up like it should be when people are talking.
Hello, Johnny.
Hey, Johnny, how you doing?
In case they have a pet or a dog or a cat, we don't want to catch
Is that Johnny Harper? Or is that just
No.
coyotes.
not Johnny Harper? Okay. By the way, Johnny's been sending me some really weird videos on Instagram.
Possums get caught.
Just to let you know.
Skunks. So, and
Oh, is that finally
I'm not sure
finished?
if he's been sending you the same ones or not, Cliff.
my hands are tough enough. I can actually.
He's not actually sending me much, but I have been talking with him back and forth
Where's that coming from?
over certain stuff.
Thank you. That was getting a little bit disconcerting. I couldn't hear.
He's got the video that he showed me the other day popped up in the background, apparently.
Which one was that?
He has to upload it still. I got a sneak preview on Tuesday night.
Well, the one he showed me. I don't want to be crude, but it was him just basically going around his whole place and taking a leak.
Oh, yeah, those ones, the Piss Chronicles.
Yeah.
It's not around the place. It's in the same corner. It's a dumping spot by the dumpster where people just throw stuff and
He had a deer target leg in there. If you would have looked at one of the things he had in the background.
Yeah.
I know he has one. I'm not sure if it's the same one or not. I still wouldn't mind going over there and visiting him because I'd love to go bow hunting over there.
You lie. You just want to go get more coffee.
Oh, I didn't say I wouldn't. I would never say I wouldn't because Kona coffee is amazing. But it's cheaper to get it while you're over there instead of trying to order it and have it delivered. It's expensive. Oh man. I think I'm going to be ending at 9 because I'm dragging and my knee is killing me. But I would like to say thank you to guys who's up here. You, Daniel, Jason, Cliff. Thank you. You guys got great advice and the jokes are just amazing. Puns are allowed.
I have not dropped any good ones today.
Scott, how you doing, brother? Thank you for coming. Are you back from Texas yet? He's been visiting his sister in Texas. He did a Fired Up Friday from Texas. He had a chimney. You did that. So I don't know what.
Oh, I've already given him crap or flack about that.
The chimney?
On the when he was lighting the chimney.
Yeah.
I was giving him flack about that.
I commented on that video too.
Isn't it called a chimenea?
Chimney.
Chimenea.
Chimenea, whatever. It's a portable little freaking fireplace.
A ceramic pot with 2 holes in it.
It's a ceramic.
It's a patio fireplace.
It's something. Well, if you're going to want to, come on up. If you don't want to, don't. We'll talk about it later. My new stove, that's what I was telling you about, Cliff.
Yeah.
Scott's going to be doing a video about it for me. Then I'm going to do a video about it when I get it.
Right now, I'm trying to get a video downloaded so I can at least get it edited.
I'm trying to figure out why my videos go to YouTube and they get bounced back to me.
Oh, I actually was talking to
No
Robert D
idea.
about that. There's multiple reasons it could be. One, you need to check your settings. Is it for everyone or just adults?
It's everything, and that's
That you need to change it to adults.
no.
That's the first thing. Second thing, no cussing, no smoking. Either
No.
one of those will ding you.
I'm not getting dinged. Like, that's what I'm telling you, and that's why I asked you. Like, I need to talk to you offline.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah, there's
I've never got mine
7.
taken down like that, so I wouldn't know.
No,
I got
there's
bad in the middle of trying to do something, but that's it. But I got that reversed.
I have 7 videos done, and I upload them, and someone complains about it.
And I have no idea.
Yeah, and I
You
I
could
don't
try
know how
having Tiffany upload them. See if somebody does it to her. You can try that.
No, it's. I don't know how to explain it. Like,
I don't know what to tell you. I've never had that issue.
no, like it needs to be like,
Oh.
like I
Johnny
know
says he might
where,
have a troll.
no, I know where it came from.
Oh.
I don't know how to stop it.
There's other than blocking, I don't know what to tell you. We've all dealt with trolls. Every one of us.
Okay, like I don't want to have this conversation on a live.
Oh, that's fine. It's fine.
What?
It's probably someone on YouTube. I'm sorry. Yeah, we like try to help.
Lufkin?
I had a troll the first time Johnny Harper was supposed to come up. They pretended to be him.
Yeah, and he got meat spinned.
Pretty much. And from now on, from after that, I won't let anybody up on my live unless I know them personally. And they show me their face. I got to be able to see them. But I know you, Daniel, and I know Jason, I know Cliff.
I would hope you know me.
We've eaten at the same table.
Yeah, so
We fished
is
the
there a
same
way
water.
that
Yeah, we've done all that stuff. Camped the same
Is there-
campground.
is there a way we all, like just us all have a like conversation?
If say the green room,
Yeah, I'll stay.
I can't stay up late because I am.
No, and I get it. And
Said, okay.
if it's not today, it's in a week. It like to me.
If it's, I would love to have these guys up there with me because they would understand. Here comes Scott. Hey, brother.
Howdy.
Turn your phone sideways.
Oh, yeah, doggone it.
There you go.
No, he didn't mean this way. He meant this way. That's technically sideways.
Okay. Like that.
Yeah.
I love you guys.
Welcome home, brother.
Hey, thank you. Yeah, first time ever lighting a doggone chimney. You got it. I told my sister, it's nice. She's got the one with the holes both sides. I think it'd be kind of a devil having only one hole in it and then the chimney itself.
I think it'd be like a rocket stove and that kind of configuration, wouldn't it?
It has more airflow like up, and she's looking for a chimney or like a cap to keep rain out of it type thing. I don't know. I've never seen such a thing, but
You don't
he's
need
looking
the heat keep the flow of heat. Sorry. Let me try that again. The thermal properties of the heat going up keep the water out of it.
Yeah, it'll evaporate.
Yeah,
before you
yeah,
get
but
to it.
no, she's just talking like in general, as it sits there all day long, every day until she uses it. So
Then put a
don't end
metal
up with
plate over it.
so don't have a pool of water in the bottom of it when she wants to have a fire.
Put a metal plate over
Put
it.
put a brick on top of it.
Or-
Truthfully, a dug on an old disc blade or something, or an old stop sign or something would work.
Something with a flat surface that'll cover the whole thing. Then that way she just takes it
Oh.
off and needs it.
Yeah.
That's about the quickest and easiest method.
5-gallon bucket lid.
Just go to Lowe's and get a
5-gallon bucket would cover it too.
5-gallon bucket. Yeah. Yep.
Just turned upside down.
That would do it.
Or hang on, it doesn't even have to be a bucket, like an old school metal coffee can.
Yep. Like you said, yeah, that's
That'd
what
be a
Tony
little
said.
that'd be a little small for this one.
Well, I don't know what the diameter is, so I can't tell
Yeah,
you.
This-
diameter of it is. But
Yeah. 5-gallon bucket would work perfect. I should just tell her that.
Yeah, a little rain pail would work too. A piece of
Down
aluminum
in,
foil
down in
would work.
Texas, I'm sure that bucket only lasts about 6 months, if that.
I mean, literally, you could probably put in an old umbrella over the top of the dang thing and still do the same.
Yep.
like how big around is it?
Probably about that big.
Like 8-inch?
Yeah, no, the top
Like
top's
8
probably about 12. The outside's probably about 12, 13 inch on the outside.
Internal diameter was what we were asking.
yeah. You can probably put on a regular 8-inch.
So-
Was the stove chimneys and just place it on top.
Yeah.
Well, as we were looking, because I wasn't sure what she wanted, we went to different places. I hit a couple
A
antique
board would work.
stores, thrift stores. I got some deals. I got to show on a video.
Well, like I said, one of those Tim camping plates would be perfectly fine.
You know, like this is the redneck in me. Like, you know those flappers for like the old school Peterbilt that the Jake breaks, like that slaps back down.
Yeah.
So like
That'd
this.
be pretty cool.
The old stack, like
And
a
they're
stack
rid-
flat type
Yeah.
deal. Yeah.
Well, Johnny said a piece of aluminum foil would work, technically. Or those
Truthfully,
two-
yeah. Well, I don't know. Where she's at, I didn't know they got that windy there, but apparently they do, because it did finally pick up the last couple of days we were there.
Well, okay, those tin pans you can get from the Dollar Tree or something like that. You know, the little tin pans.
Yeah, like a heavy aluminum. Yeah, that might crinkle on there tight enough. Yeah.
And you could put a strap around it to hold it in place.
No.
There's a little ratchet strap, and it's not going anywhere.
Well, like a ratchet strap's not gonna last on an exhaust pipe.
No. It's not going to be going on there when it's working. It's going to be there when you're not using it.
Oh.
To keep the water out.
No, I get that, but like,
I mean, there's another method I just thought of that might work with. It's like sort of in conjunction with the tin plate idea. Let's get 3 legs that'll have it snap over the top of it. And just,
Yeah, Johnny, I didn't know. It's the first couple of days there, it was nice there. Then all of a sudden the wind picked up.
did you bring us back anything? Come on, I got to ask.
What'd you want?
Well, I want to know where my freaking stove is.
It's out in the garage. I'll get to a video this weekend.
And then we got to me after that.
I gotta play with it and figure out how it works and all that. But
You got the instructions. You got the box. It came in.
I know. It's just, like I said, if I'd have known what was out there, I'd have probably snatched it up before you. If I'd have known it was that close.
Hey, it's my job as your friend to inform you.
Yep.
hey, Colin, I'm giving that stove away that I got.
Really?
Yeah.
That's a cool looking stove. Did you ever? You're not going to finish it up or anything, or what?
No, it's all fixed up. I like.
It's got a hot
It'll
gas
come.
stove.
I don't understand what's going on with my stuff. It's someone's stopping it from coming out. Like, I don't get it. It doesn't matter to me. But yeah, I'm gonna give it away because I'm in Arizona. I don't need it.
I can understand that.
Johnny, my sister's in Hill Country over by Burnett, Kingsland area.
I'm in southeast Texas, over by Sam Rayburn.
So we got a couple Texans in here.
I'm in Arizona.
Arizonan, New
Yeah.
Mexican, an Iowan. Geez, we got everybody covered now. The only one we haven't heard of in a while is our Aussie friend. She's we have not heard from
She's
Amanda.
working right now.
You know, I know she's working. We know that she's busy, but we still miss her.
Ain't seen nothing from Quebec either in a long time.
I have not heard
She's
from
been
Mal
here
in a while.
like
I
a
know
week
she's still
ago.
doing stuff, but not, in the same time period we are.
Yeah, kind of new life going on. The last I knew too.
She's in the process of building, I think, still.
Yeah, she just did a video the revamp of the property.
Yeah, she just put out a video, yesterday or the day before?
Yeah,
I didn't get a notification.
Oh,
No.
really?
Yeah.
But she did change her name.
Eco Life.
She did change her name. It's her Eco Life now. She
Eco?
Her Eco Life.
Mhm.
Okay.
Eco. Life. That's her channel name now.
I can't remember her actual real name.
Mallory.
Mallory.
Mal.
We call her Mal.
Quebec Homestead, wasn't it? Something like that.
Well,
Yeah,
that's what
she did
that's
that.
what it used to be. Not anymore.
Eco
But,
Life. Okay.
Her Eco Life, yeah. She still has grown some of the biggest potatoes I've ever seen in my entire life.
Mm.
No, this freaking big.
Good
Potato.
Lord.
Ask Cliff, he saw it too.
Yeah, that potato was like the size of a football.
It
Man,
was bigger than her head.
Wow.
I think that potato she said weighed like 3 pounds, 3 or 4 pounds. This thing was a huge potato.
One potato.
That's not.
She
We
prepared that
just
ground for 3
pulled-
years too, though. It took her 3 years to get the ground where she wanted it, but she did it, and it was amazing what she did.
We just pulled a 1.5 pound radish out of the ground.
That's a huge radish. Watermelon radish or a normal radish?
Normal.
Jesus.
Good grief.
Oh,
All it
question.
does screams heartburn to me.
Hey, Daniel, got a quick question for you.
Yes, sir.
I want you to do me an experiment, if you could, please, with your channel. Do me a favor and do a short video about your tortoise. Just your tortoise. I know you got one when he's whether it's just walking around. Just do a small video about the tortoise. If you still get dinged, you know you got a troll, 100%.
I know I have no, and this is why I want to talk to you offline. I know who the ding is.
Well, the thing is, if they ding a turtle
Right, Johnny?
or tortoise, whatever, then we'll know what's going on.
Okay.
Because I want to see a freaking turtle. I know
No,
it's a
like-
tortoise.
Yeah,
but bear with
I'm
me.
curious.
Not everybody has a tortoise in their backyard, so I want to see it.
No, like
I literally watch tortoise videos on like Instagram and TikTok. They're cool.
like I will 100% do that. It's
Even if it's you just sending me that particular video for me to watch, I would just love to see it.
I'll do a short on it. Like it doesn't matter to me.
What's your tortoise's
Like-
name again?
Diesel.
Diesel. I got you. Sorry, I call it Vin Diesel because I want to.
Yeah, and his brother Cecil died last year.
You mentioned that too, yeah. So
You know what I mean? Like,
So-
like
a tortoise named Vin Diesel. Get him racing stripes.
I'm not gonna give him stripes, but you know, and like I have no problem doing that. It's just
I know. We understand. No,
it's
not-
aggravating that one person can shut stuff down.
Oh, it happens. It happened to me when I first started.
Yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm not.
I just was more persistent than they are. I'm
Of
scuffed with that.
keeping your stuff live, or
It took me a while, but trust me, it works.
Not to mention, I've heard I've seen it like people putting it out there about people being YouTubers being swatted too.
Well, here's the thing. Have you ever wondered why I have so many moderators in here?
Because everybody has their own opinion about what's going on in your chat.
Nope. Because we got each other's backs.
Somebody can have your back. Yep.
Yeah.
You're on that list too. You know that.
So, no, I do. Like,
so,
I'm just not gonna I'm not gonna talk about my problem on YouTube.
That's perfectly fine. I'm going to be. It is now 9:00, guys. I apologize, but I am hurting. I'm surprised I made it this far. I thought I was going to end an hour ago. I'm going to call you sometime either tomorrow or Saturday if you're free, Scott. So,
okay.
I definitely want to see your video about my stove, and I'll talk to you guys later, Daniel, about this, and I'm sure we'll find out some solutions somehow. I may not have the answers. I know these guys might. Because they're smart.
So can we stay in the green room and this not be live for a couple minutes?
We can do that for a few minutes. So I'm going to be ending it now, folks. Thank you all for coming. I'm going to be out of here in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You guys stay in this chat. You too, Scott. You stay.